What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Uncanny Avengers issue number 2. After everything that is going on with the fall of X, after the attempted assassination of Captain America, Cap has decided to reform Unity, recruiting members of both the X-Men and the Avengers. They are facing off against Captain Krakoa. Captain Krakoa has formed his own group, the newest iteration of the Mutant Liberation Front. We had saw them facing off against one another at a military base. And throughout this battle, what we saw is that Captain Krakoa broke Captain America's arm. And that is exactly where this issue is going to pick up. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Captain Krakoa standing over the body of Captain America, as he lifts Cap up, getting ready to pierce Captain America right through the throat. This is when a bullet comes out of left field and hits Captain Krakoa in the chest. Though it may not penetrate, it throws him off his game. That bullet came from Black Widow. Now Black Widow, she wasn't invited onto this team, but after Captain America's almost assassination, Black Widow has been shadowing him as Captain Krakoa gets back up to his feet. The battlesuit already self-healing. That's when Captain America tries to get up. He begins to give orders, telling Quicksilver to get behind the enemy lines, that there will be a second team working on the base. And as Quicksilver heads out, he makes a quick stop, knocking our Nazi twin right in the face. Because anytime you get a chance to punch a Nazi, you're gonna do it. But with Quicksilver making his way inside the facility, none of these soldiers stood a single chance. The only problem, he's being a little overconfident. What he didn't expect was the gas. This room almost instantly fills up with gas, and Quicksilver, he is knocked unconscious. Just like that, one of the fastest assets that they have is taken out of the game, with Penance fighting Blob. Blob saying that he doesn't want to be fighting them, that they should be working together. But Captain Krakoa comes up and he tells Blob that Penance, Rogue, Psylocke, they are all traitors to their species. As they prepare for their exfil, we see that Captain Krakoa also stole the Thunderbird. As they begin to take off, we see that Black Widow has an old shield clunker. Flying it out of the hangar, the Nazi twins shoot it right out of the sky, with Unity being defeated, with Captain Krakoa being able to make his escape. Right now, our heroes, they just lost a huge battle. And so Cap, he wants to get back to base. He wants to regroup and maybe rethink their tactics. This is what takes us to Ellis Island, the home base of Steve Rogers' reconstituted Unity Squad. Captain America just so happening to have one of Bucky's old arms. He goes ahead and he puts it on. Now the super soldier serum, this is all going to help him heal relatively quick, but the frame of this robotic arm is going to keep him in the fight. With him throwing his shield, he sees that everything is right as rain. That's when Rogue and the others come into the room. Rogue is ready to have a conversation, something that she doesn't do lightly. But Rogue, Psylocke, Penance, and even Quicksilver, they're letting Cap know that this is taking too long, and they don't think that he should be leading this team any longer. Rogue says that she is taking over the Unity Squad, that they still want him around, but his position at the tip of the spear, she believes that this is a mistake, that so many mutants have already died or are missing, and if Captain Krakoa kills an Avenger, the world would not hesitate to fall in line behind Orchis. And if they do kill Captain America, they won't be just fighting Orchis and the Sentinels and the rest of it. They will be fighting the entire world. This is where Cap, putting on his hat, he says that he appreciates their concern, but he does recall the same arguments when he deployed to Europe to fight the Nazis. What if Captain America should fall? And the answer is the same today as it was then when he went into the ice. If he does his job right, if Captain America falls, then everyone else is inspired to rise to the occasion. With Captain America making his exit, this is where an unlikely person is the voice of reason. That person being Deadpool. He tells the mutants that you guys are pretty funny, that you're a real crack up. All you do is lose. Now Rogue says she's not in the mood for joking, but Deadpool for once is not joking. The truth is, he hasn't had time to change his underwear since they last lost a war. There was the first mutant massacre, then there was the new one, several infernos. And then how do you guys react to Cap being injured? You want to chase away the one guy that you should always bet on. The one guy who never loses, even when folks around him do. In Deadpool's eyes, that's not a smart play. He is definitely Team Cap, that when the chips are down, you can't make decisions out of fearfulness. Getting that out of the way, he says, what the hell does Orcus want with a US military nuclear weapon anyway? This is what takes us up to the bloom. We have MODOK and we have our Sinister, Dr. Stasis. And they are discussing why Captain Krakoa stole nuclear weapons. This was not his mission. This was not his job. Now, he's supposed to be whipping up anti-mutant sentiments, and he is definitely improvising, but they do worry on what his end goal is. And then they consider that it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing for Captain Krakoa to nuke an American city. This is where we hop over to Captain Krakoa and his team, as everybody is getting some shut-eye, getting some food. Right now, Andrea is in there taking a shower, and this is when Captain Krakoa, he goes in there to take a shower with her. As he goes to do this, Andrea says that my sister is in there, and Captain Krakoa doesn't care, completely ignoring him going in there and taking off his mask. And it appears that Andrea knows exactly who this is. He tells her that if you tell anybody who I really am, even the other members in our squad, then it won't be such a gentle embrace the next time. As these two get busy in the showers, her brother huffing and puffing on the outside. This is what takes us to our reporter and Captain America. And he is obviously ready to work with Cap. He helped him take down Kingpin, though it didn't really do much good in the end. The truth does matter. And Captain America is letting him know that it's not Cyclops running around as Captain Krakoa. The true identity of Captain Krakoa is very important, but it needs to lead them to the people that are pulling the strings, which is Orcus, which means they need evidence, because if they're going to try to take down an organization that is essentially filling the shoes of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're going to need some ironclad evidence to prove this. They know that brute force isn't getting them out of this. Cyclops had told the truth, and his people paid a price. He believes he owes it to Cyclops to write the truth about this so-called mutant massacre on Krakoa. Now, rumor has it that there were no human witnesses, but our reporter has heard that maybe there is, that even the mutants are sitting on a human witness from the Hellfire Gala this year. Something that Captain America hadn't heard yet, but he is about to do some digging. As we pick up at the Empire State Building, the nuclear weapon that was stolen has arrived here, and there is a pit in the stomach of Captain America. He knows that there is something more going on here. Something is telling him that the mutant massacre was only the beginning of all the carnage. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun issue. It's crazy that Deadpool was the voice of reason in this one. Now, mutant kind, they definitely got a point. If Captain America falls and is blamed on mutant kind, they can kiss their butts goodbye. They might as well just leave Earth and call it a day. But Cap is stubborn. I understand that he wants to help. And in some aspects, I definitely agree with Deadpool. You bet on the guy that always wins. The problem is, Captain America doesn't always win. They have already tried multiple times to take Cap off the board. If they end up successful even one of those times again, if they try again and they take him out, mutant kind is screwed. It would be smart to sideline him. It would be the logical answer. But Cap doesn't want to stop, and you can't blame him for wanting to keep on going. There are so many hard decisions to make. If I was in the shoes of Rogue, I would probably do the same thing that she did, especially considering how powerful Rogue is herself. That Cap may be a great asset on the team, but it is a much bigger issue if they lose him. And then there is Captain Krakoa. We have yet to fully understand who he is, but after his little confrontation with Andrea, this hasn't shined any more light on who it might be. But how willingly and how quickly she was willing to bang this guy in the shower, it's obvious she has some kind of relationship with him, because she didn't hesitate to have fun with him. And it's obviously somebody that she knew, because when he took the mask off, she said, "It's you." But this doesn't help us figure out who it is in the slightest bit. Even after doing some research on previous love interests of our Nazi, I have yet to figure out exactly who this might be. Now, I got some theories. I'm gonna keep them to myself for now, because honestly, they're just wild theories. I'm more curious on what you guys think. Who could Captain Krakoa be? Now, I don't think he's American. He knows who our Nazi twins are, and he seems really a tad bit xenophobic. He went on to say in this comic that America could be great if you would stop letting foreigners in. So I'm very curious on who this man might be. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series. Check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with Uncanny Avengers. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From membership badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.